Hey guys, Ravel here, a geek out of place. I've had something on my mind for a while now and I wanted to talk about it. This video is going to be a follow-up to one of my earlier videos that actually has the most views on my channel right now. And that video is why Halo 5 story sucked. And if you saw the title of this video and you know what I'm talking about, I'm going to talk about Halo 5's multiplayer and why I think it is awesome and one of the best Halo multiplayers out there. So let me give you a bit of a backstory here. I'm 25 years old. Halo came out in 2001. So for over half my life, Halo has been part of my life. It all started when I was 11, playing Halo with my next door neighbor. When I was 15, a lot of my buddies would system link two Xboxes and play Halo 2, late in the night. Those are some of my best memories, and those same friends of mine, before we all went to college separately, we all played Halo 3 together. We had the best times, man. And Halo 3, it's my favorite Halo multiplayer. I felt that it was the zenith. It was Bungie taking what Unreal Tournament had started with, that arcadey run and gun multiplayer, and just knocking it out of the park, just making it the best possible with the matchmaking, the maps, the guns. It was the best multiplayer at the time. And you know how it went down, guys. Around that time, Call of Duty started coming into its own and surpassing Halo when it came to multiplayer. Because when Halo Reach came out, it wasn't worse than Halo 3. It was still good. It just didn't have that same spark, and after that it kind of fell off the map. When Halo 4 came out, oh my god, was I disappointed. When I fired up the multiplayer in Halo 4, I thought, oh my god, that's Call of Duty. I wasn't a fan. I didn't like it. I didn't play it that much. So after that rocky roller coaster relationship I've had with Halo's multiplayer, I didn't have very high hopes with Halo 5's multiplayer. I didn't know what to expect. And then, because I played the campaign first, and it sucked. It was awful. I did not have my hopes up at all. So when I turned it on, when I decided to play it and hop right into it, oh my god, I was blown away at how fun it was, at how awesome it was. But before I get into that, I'm going to talk a little bit about what I didn't like about it. And right now, thinking about it and looking over my notes, they're nitpicks. Okay, one isn't a nitpick and the first one isn't a nitpick, but the rest are just nitpicks. And the biggest glaring fault that I have with Halo 5's multiplayer is the microtransactions. Those have to stop. It just reeks of corporate greed. The rec system really only benefits players of the Warzone mode, and that's the second fault I have in it. The Warzone mode is not my cup of tea. I don't play that. Another fault I have, they kind of tie into each other. I can't remember the name of the mode right now. I'm going to call it elimination mode. Maybe I'll put a little subtitle that says what it's actually called. In this particular mode, there's only one map. And I can see it as I can see the reasoning why behind it. I would have loved to see more variety within this particular game type, though. But again, since I don't really play that much, it's not that big of a deal to me, and that ties into the last flaw that I saw in this is, as much as Bungie paved the way for matchmaking on consoles, this game's multiplayer lobby doesn't have any map voting. It's all in a random rotation, and sometimes you'll hit the same map twice, or one. What happened to me once was 3 times in a row. No one had a say in it. It's all random. But if there was some voting, if there was a bit more player choice in that would be great. It's not going to happen, but those are the flaws I saw. That's it. Everything else, the same old Halo multiplayer, the same good Halo multiplayer, not what they did with Halo 4, that Unreal Tournament arcadey style, tight, fast, fun gameplay. That brings me right into why I think Halo 5 has the best multiplayer game, first of all, out there right now on consoles. And probably, I know this kind of contradicts what I said earlier. It might not, okay, it's not my favorite, but it probably has the best Halo multiplayer out of all of the games. So this is a first-person shooter game, and so what is the most important part of a shooter game? The guns. To answer the question I just asked you. And the gunplay is tight. 343 built the guns in-game from the ground up to work perfectly with the Xbox One controller, and it shows. One of my biggest complaints with Halo 4's the game Halo 4, was that amongst the three races, there was no variety in the guns. The Covenant carbine was exactly the same as the human battle rifle, which was exactly the same as the Promethean's light rifle. And it went across the board amongst all the different gun types. So as many gun types as there were besides the big super ones, I felt that diminished the variety of guns. But they took those same guns from Halo 4 and made them better. It added to the variety of the gameplay. And then there are like my standout favorites. The SMG is a little bullet hose. So it just shows that 343 took some time and some care. It really seemed like the driving motivation behind making the multiplayer good was they want to get back into the esports competitions. So they had to bring their A game when making this the best possible, and it shows. And Slayer is, good old-fashioned Slayer. It's the 4-on-4 head-to-head type gameplay. It doesn't require that much coordination, but if you get with a good team, I can't use the word fun enough. And that's what makes this just the sign of a good game. The fact that I'm just fanboying and gushing over this because how fun it was, how much I enjoyed myself playing this game when I don't enjoy multiplayer games. I guess I'm saying all of that to show how 343 Industries actually paid attention, and the designers thought about how gamers like me, old school Halo gamers, played the game versus how, new school gamers played the game. Instead of going full hog, conforming to the new standards, they didn't punish old gamers like me. If I wanted to, I can remap those controls to play more like Halo 1 if I wanted to, and not be at a disadvantage. And the new mechanics they brought in, like the ground pound or the sprint to bash, they aren't out of place because they're balanced. They're not overpowered. As much thought as that was put into the multiplayer experience, I wish just as much, if not more, thought had been put into the story, into making a worthwhile single-player campaign. And I didn't mention it. I should have. I forgot to. But part of the reason I talked about my backstory with Halo was I had a lot of fun with local multiplayer. And that is nowhere to be seen in this game, and I can't ignore that. Because that means not only if you bought the game, you have an Xbox One. If your friend doesn't have the game, they have to buy it. If they don't have an Xbox One, they have to buy that to play the game that they have to buy. You can't ignore the fact that they get another Xbox One sold out of it. And it reeks of corporate greed again. But if you do have Halo 5, and if you haven't checked out the multiplayer, do. If you enjoy it as much as I do, let me know in the comments. And also let me know in the comments your thoughts about what I had to say. If you found more faults than I did in the multiplayer experience. If you found more things that were better. I kind of, thinking about it, I said the word fun a lot. And that's what it boils down to me. It's fun. It ensures that I'm going to turn the game on again. Because I want to. If you had different thoughts, let me know. If you like what they had to say, give this video a like down below. Also hit that subscribe button. I'll put a link below also to my thoughts on Halo 5 story. It sucked, and I'll tell you why. Be kind though, it was one of my first videos, so the quality isn't up to snuff, but things are better now. Also check out all my other videos. Thanks for watching, guys. I know I kind of rambled, but I wanted to get this off my chest to make a video about it. Thanks for watching. Bye.